Hello, I'm Peter Dodge, a barrister from Radcliffe Chambers, and I'm presenting a LexisNexis webinar as part of the residential property series entitled Mortgages in 2017. And I'm doing that with Paul Sams from Eric Robinson Solicitors, and Paul is joined by Eric the Owl, who's sitting there on the table in front of him. I'm going to be talking about two subjects. The first is tacking, and I'm particularly going to be looking at the case of the Black Ant Company Limited. This is all to do with the priority of mortgages in insolvency, so it's of interest obviously to lenders, but also potentially to insolvency practitioners and those advising them. And the second thing I'm going to be looking at is Brexit, with particular reference to the Mortgage Credit Directive, and how, as the Brexit negotiations pan out, how that might be expected to affect the mortgage lending industry and the mortgage advisory industry. So, Paul, what are you going to be talking about today?
Thank you, Peter. I'll be speaking about the very interesting case of Mortgage Express versus Lambert, which will be of interest to all residential practitioners and those involved in relation to mortgage enforcement. It covers issues including fraud, mortgage fraud, dishonesty, overriding interests, and the overreaching principles in relation to a mortgage. I'll also be speaking about peer-to-peer lending. This is the fastest growing form of lending within the UK at present, some of the issues surrounding it, and many of the issues in relation to enforcement of peer-to-peer lending for future issues.
So that's the webinar, Mortgages in 2017.